No. I'm gonna get angry at him, because I am angry. Rod's coldness grates at me, and I find myself snapping at him. What is wrong with you? Excuse me? All I am doing is trying to help you break a curse, but you're acting as if I'm trying to help you with only make things worse. No, I'm only insisting that I do not need your help. We are partners, Rod. I know that doesn't mean much to you, but it means something to me. Oh, okay. I intentionally softened my tone when I realized I've been shouting at him. You shouldn't let me help you. What for? Just because you have someone managed to get 2 good days on your own doesn't mean you can help me at all, Scarlet. Frustration courses through me as I clench my hands into a fist. Why must he be so stubborn? Is he so certain that I will not be able to help him at all? Megan told me the story of the Little Mermaid. She said that the mermaid dies and the prince marries someone else. Rod, when Veronica marries Desmond, will you... My voice trails off when I hear a sound of the door behind us. It's the fiddler of the king. Ow! Whoa, 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 whoa. Rod... My voice trails off when I hear the sound of the doors behind us. Is it a feeler or the king? Rod rushes forward and grabs me before I can glance back at the door. Ow! I become aware of the weight holding me down the floor. The impact of the ground against my head blurs my vision, making it impossible to see what's happening at first. Am I underneath the dining table? I struggle to try to sit up, but the weight pushed me down again and forced myself to be still. Quiet. What? Why did he push me underneath the table? I'm about to ask him aloud when the sound of footsteps silences me. I cannot help but remember what Sir Mithras was saying about rumors. If Rod and I were seen alone together by the servants, the rumors will no doubt get worse. But why is Rod doing this? I stay quiet as people that enter the dining hall begin to talk. How strange for this place to be empty at this time of day. There's a pause and another voice speaks up. You better have good news for me, Mithras. Sir Custer, Sir Mithras. Yeah, I told you they were suspicious. Rod's hands tight on my shoulders. Everything is as you requested, Sir Alcester. There should be no issues. There better not be. You have disappointed me before, Mithras. I will be careful not to try my patience again. Yes, Sir Alcester. Sir Mithras sounds always subservient. But why? The two of them are both ranked equally, and neither of them should have answered to anyone other than the king. Unless Sir Alcester truly is the witch and is forcing Sir Mithras to obey him with a spell. Wait a few minutes after I leave. You should not be seen together. Well, okay. I did not hear Sir Mithras respond, but I hear Sir Alcester leaving the room. Sir Mithras sighs out, but is otherwise silent when he leaves the room after a few moments. I exhale fully as the door finally closes behind Sir Mithras. This is bad. I am tired. This thing has been giving me a roller coaster ride. I was so engrossed in Sir Alcester and Sir Mithras' conversation that I only just now realized that Rod is hovering over me. I want to sing, yes! Hey, are you alright? Are you hurt? You look a little... Rod suddenly pauses as he notices our position. He stares at me for a few moments, eyes widen. He scrambles out from underneath the dining table. By the time I do the same, he's standing far away from me, his gaze fixed on the wall. He is bright red. It would be funny if I weren't sure if I was the same color. Rod clears his throat. It seems that Sir Alcester really is the witch if he has the ability to make Sir Mithras obey him. Lady Parfait should be told immediately. Rod turns on his heel to leave the dining room. Rod, wait. What? This is urgent, Princess. I can't just... When Veronica marries Desmond, will you die? Rod pauses for a moment, but I can tell from his pained expression that he will not speak. You're running out of time, Rod. It's true! My eyes flint between Seppi and Rod. What does that mean? Nothing. He turns away from me once again and starts walking away. Running away solves nothing, Rod. You're one to talk. Tell me about my curse won't change anything. The outcome will always be the same. Leave it alone, Scarlet. It's for the best. I cannot help but get mad at Rod's dismissive tone. I move toward him, frowning. How can he say something like that? You're not the only person that'll be affected if you keep refusing to do anything to break your curse. Can you imagine what your death would do to your sister? To your mother? Losing you would destroy them! Ross' face is suddenly inches away from mine. He places his hands to the wall behind me, caging me in. His face is flushed with anger, but the look in his eyes is tormented. My family has been dealing with the consequences of my actions for the majority of my life. Don't think that I don't know what the effect of my curse has on the people closest to me. Besides, I don't want to involve you in this too. His voice is a whisper, but I can still hear his words. Rod. Rod pushes away from me and stalks off as I stare after him. He says that, but then he still does nothing to try and break his curse. I do not understand him at all. What is stopping him? I'm having like a headache from the lack of oxygen from being so angry and tired. Ugh, I want the ball to be finished first. Rod is absent from the palace for the rest of the day and returns only once the sun has set to prepare for the ball. I have not been able to talk to him since, but I assume that he has been to the marching to help tell Delora and Parfait about our suspicions of Sir Agatha being a witch. I hope they come up with an effective plan for dealing with him. The palace is not safe so long as he is here. Oh god, I'm stumbling over my words. The ball is just about to start that evening, and I have been asked to make sure none of the guests are lost wandering the hallways. I've been walking around for a while, directing any of my guests into the right direction. That should be everyone. But as I turn the corner, I notice two people lingering by a column. Excuse me, the throne room is... I pause and look more closely to mine in front of me. I recognize one of them instantly. It's a Fritz? Fritz is... Maybe they're trying to break his curse and then be like, find his true love at the ball? Why? What is Sir Agatha doing outside the throne room? And who's that man he's with? Wait, but that doesn't look like Fritz. Could Fritz have like a double... I don't get... He sort of looks like Fritz. Like skin color? No? Ah, Scarlet. Sir Agatha gestured me toward him and I approached warily. This is Varge. He's one of the guests for the ball. Varge sweeps aside his cape as he bows, and I curtsy, take my head to hide my expression. I've not heard of a Varge. Why would he bow to a mere maid? It's Fritz. Also, I think wearing such an elaborate costume mask. This is not a masquerade ball. If Varge is an acquaintance to actors, there's no telling what or who he truly is. Oh. Lol. Varge is one of the suitors for Prince Milligan. Would you please escort him to the throne room? I will be along shortly. It's Fritz. Varge's politeness is even more suspicious. Of course, Sir Agatha. I meet Varge's gaze briefly, cannot help but frown at the way he's smirking at me. This way. Varge and I make our way toward the room. I cannot help but to feel the wary fact that he's following behind me when I cannot see him. If the maids are this lovely, the princess must be truly beautiful. Varge laughs. I grit my teeth at the sound. What? It was meant to be as a compliment. There's no need to look at me like that. Varge looks at me curiously. Are maids not allowed to speak in this place? I have nothing to say. Not the most cheerful person on staff, are you? Thankfully, the door of the throne appears as soon as we turn a corner, and I do not have to come up with a response to his words. We are here. I gesture toward the doorway and move to leave, but Varge's voice stops me. You should at very least escort me inside and introduce me to the princess, don't you think? Isn't that what a maid should do? Technically, that's the announcer's job. While Varge came so late, they probably missed introductions. I wouldn't want to think badly of any servant at the palace. I take a deep breath to calm myself down before returning to the door. Follow me. I can tell the moment I step into the room that the official introductions have already passed. Most of the guests have already begun to mingle and scatter across the throne room as the band sets up. No one knows when I walked in the throne room in front of Varge. I did not trust Varge, not if he's associated with Sir Agatha. This is about Milligan, but I want to talk to My eyes goldenrod, I notice that he's leaning against one of the walls away from the crowds. I head directly for him, moving quickly, so that Rod is not right behind him. Rod frowns at me as I come and stand in front of him. What? There's a man called Varge. I think Sir Ahaha brought him. Sir Ahaha. Apparently Varge is one of the suitors for Emmeline's hand. Rod glances past me at Varge, his eyes narrowed. Is that him? Is that Varge? Varge just bent over one of Milligan's hand, clearly had pressed a kiss to back of it. You should have kept him away from Milligan. Ah, crap, I did it wrong. Main menu. Yes. Or maybe that was... I don't know. My attention is quickly drawn to where Milligan is moving between crowds of people, introducing... I'm speaking too fast. My attention is quickly drawn to where Milligan is moving between groups of people, introducing herself, making light conversation. I know this will be frowned upon, but Milligan's safety must come first. I make my way quickly over to Milligan, curtsy just off to the side, trying to draw as little attention to myself as possible. Princess Milligan, may I have a word? Milligan's clearly shocked from the introduction, but she makes it loud. Masks as well. Excuse me, it appears my maid has something for me. I draw her closer to the wall where the crowd blocks us from the view. I was expecting to be here, Scarlet. Not that I mind, but won't you be getting in trouble? There's no time for that. I take her hand in mine and look at her somberly. You have to watch out for this man in a mask. Sir Ahaha brought him to the ball. Why should I be worried then? I cannot exactly tell her that when I think he's a witch right now. There are too many people looking. Just please be wary of him. I'm sure there's nothing to be worried about from anyone here, Scarlet, especially if Sir Ahaha is involved. On the contrary, if Sir Ahaha is involved, I would also recommend you to stay on your guard, Milligan. Please let this be the right choice. Well, I turn and shocked to see Ross suddenly standing beside me. You should trust Scarlet. Excuse me? I jump back and sound Varge's voice. Rod takes a step forward and places his hand on my shoulder to steady me. I did not believe you'd been introduced. Varge looks at me for a few moments, but I say nothing. He eventually turns to Milligan, a wolfish smile on his face. My name is Varge, and you must be Princess Milligan. The tales of your beauty do not do you injustice. Milligan flushes as Varge reaches for a hand. He presses a kiss to the back of it, still grinning. I can feel Rod tense behind me. May I have the first dance? When he bites down on her lower lip as she stares at him, I feel acutely aware just how quiet the throne room has become. She will not refuse with so many people watching her. I feel sick, but cannot bring myself to say anything more as Milligan puts her hand on Varge's. I accept, Lord Varge. The moment Milligan makes her way to the center of the dance floor, a man signals to the band and the musician starts playing. This feels wrong. I can only nod as I watch Varge pull Milligan closer. At first it's just like he and Milligan dancing, but then the other couples gradually trickle in to join them. I don't like this at all. Rod and I watch in silence as the first dance continues on. I know for a fact that Rod must have seen the dreamy smile on Milligan's face as certainly as I can. So basically this could be Milligan's Prince Charming. But she's not cursed though. I don't know. When the music stops, both of us move as one towards Milligan. Even though the dance is over, Varge has released her. They still stand close together in the center of the room. The silence is interrupted when the double doors and Sir Ahaha, along with two knights, stalk into the center of the room where Milligan and Varge stand. The arrival causes an uneasy stir in the crowd. The king raises from his throne. Eyebrows are drawn. Ahaha, is there some kind of disturbance? Ahaha says nothing as the knights stationed around the room approach Milligan and Varge and stand around them, circling them. The main expression shifts from confusion to fear. The crowd becomes even more anxious. Ahaha, explain this! Ahaha briefly glances at him but says nothing. He turns back to the knight, snaps his fingers. The men can pull out their swords and point them at Milligan. I reach out to grab Rod's hand before he makes his way towards it. Rod, it's too dangerous. I know, but thoughtless actions have the potential to put Milligan in even more danger. Rod only responds to tightening his grip on my hand. I place my other hand over his to reassure him. Slowly but surely his grips begin to loosen. I turn my gaze back to the key. Ahaha, stop this immediately. What do you think you are doing? Something I should have done a long time ago. I have been nothing but loyal to this kingdom, and all I've ever wanted was for a jailer to thrive. But ever since the queen died, the kingdom has become weak. It's because you're a weak ruler, General. What? The people were more productive back then. more disciplined during the late Queen's reign. The kingdom has become less productive without fear to drive them. When there is power, there is order. Power is not something that should be needlessly used to control people. Power is not something that should be needlessly used to control people. It's used to protect them. You of all people should know that. Sir Ahaha shakes his head. I, of all people, know that order is what makes a hierarchy stronger. I'm only doing what is necessary. I'm reorganizing the system. Hand over the crown, Gennaro. Sir Ahaha turns his head to Varg, who remains standing beside a scared Milligan. You obey me if you do not want your precious daughter harmed. Please, leave my daughter out of this. Ming steps back, her eyes now brimming with tears. Varg, seize the princess. As soon as Sir Ahaha gives order, Ra immediately lets go of my hand and rushes toward his sister. Rod, no! I quickly fall on, but Rod suddenly stops in his tracks. I bump abruptly into his back. Rod? Varg! Sir Ahaha's booming voice echoes around the room, which has suddenly gone eerily silent. My eyes move to Varg, who is standing motionlessly. What is happening? Finally, Varg smirks. He steps to his side, standing in front of a Milligan as if to block her from view. Sir Varg. You must be delusional, old man. I am not letting you anywhere near the princess. It is Fritz, in a way. The knight's next movements are a blur as they rush at Sir Ahaha. In mere moments, he has disarmed and pinned to the ground. Some more knights have also appeared from behind to surround Sir Ahaha. The man emerges from behind a circle of knights. He moves to stand beside Varg and Milligan. Sir Mithras looks at Sir Ahaha disdainfully. What's the meaning of this, Mithras? We had a deal. The ink is now palpable in Sir Ahaha's flushed face. Did we now? Mithras, explain yourself. Miller drops to one knee in front of the king. Of course, your majesty. He raises his side to look at the king. I have known for a long time that man you see before you is a traitor. I have been aware of his plans, but I cannot tell you of them without any evidence. Two of your knights had tried to inform me of these plans before, but we all looked down on them with disdain. I had to make sure that I did not come unprepared like they did. Durin and Garlon. Oh my god! What? Both of them know of Sir Ahaha's plans? Was that the reason why they were dishonorably discharged for false accusation? I knew enough of his plan that I could thwart it. This is why I thought the best way to reveal his disasterly ways has to be craft a fake alliance with him. Sir Varg and I have been working together to unravel Alcaster's plans, Your Majesty. Varg is an invaluable accomplice. Wait, so Sir Mithras has been pretending to work with Sir Ahaha this whole time? And so we arrived at the event for tonight. I apologize for undertaking this task without seeking your counsel, Your Majesty. But I could think of no better way to end this madness once and for all. You lying snake! I like how I use the same thing I called Mithras. Sir Mithras stands and turns to Ahaha. His gestures at him dismissively. Seize him! The knight's next movement are a blur. The men rush Sir Ahaha all at once, and in mere moments Sir Ahaha has been disarmed and is now pinned to the ground. Isn't Sir Ahaha a witch? Why is he not using his magic? Mithras, are you the witch? I'm so confused. Mithras, I am in debt for saving us. The whole kingdom is. I only did what was necessary, Your Majesty. So confused. The king glances at the knights, then at Sir Ahaha, his gaze steely. Take him away. Sir Ahaha shrugs uselessly against the knights as they drag him away. He's nearly at the door when he starts screaming at the king. Gennaro, you're a fool! That man is a witch! A snake! You cannot trust him! No, Ahaha, I was wrong to put my trust in you. Everyone is lying! Let me just say that. Even as Sir Ahaha is pulled away from the room, we can hear him babbling in the hallway about a witch. Sir Ahaha never used any magic to escape. Was he truly not a witch? Oh, you're right, Princess, so it is Fritz. I am pulled from my thoughts when I hear Varsh's voice. He's not trying to comfort. Oh, not me. I'm so selfish. For shaking a Milligan. For a few moments he looks away and his eyes meet mine. He smiles but it's fleeting, and moments later his attention is back on Milligan. I am so tired. My mind can't keep up with this. The ball comes to an abrupt end after Atticus is stumped. He's thrown into a jail cell and promised a trial after a few days' time where he'll be tried for treason against the kingdom. I still cannot believe Sir Atticus would do something like that, and so brazenly too. I wonder what happened to Sir Fitzgerald. You say he vanished completely last night. Do you think he was working with his father? Truth, I have no idea what to think. I had thought that I had everything figured out, but now I become more and more confused by the moment. Yeah, that's why I'm having a headache and I'm really tired. Fritz was always loyal to a fault. But then, Sir Atticus was the same way with the king, and I have not seen or heard of Fritz for weeks. Cannot really say. Oh, good morning, Princess Milligan. Sir Varge. Varge was offered a room at the palace for a few days' visit. He is being treated as Sir Mithras' valued guest. I have heard from the other side that Sir Mithras' relative who lives in a neighborhood kingdom. I hope that you're feeling well now, Princess. No, that's Fritz! It has to be Fritz! Yes, thank you very much for last night. And it's Milligan blushing. I know I won't be here for long, but I do hope to get you to know better during the duration of my stay. I would love that. But I'm looking forward to spending more time with you. I forgot that I went to be in my mother's room right now. Sir Fitzgerald? Oh my god. Scarlet, Sir Varge, I'll see you both later. I curtsy at Milligan walking off. I curtsy as Milligan walks off, leaving me alone with Varge. Cannot help but feel uneasy in his presence. Something about him puts me on edge. He makes me feel uncomfortable. Excuse me, I have errands to attend to. Wait. Before I head out, I have something to give you. Give me? It has to be Fritz. Varge reaches into one of his pockets and draws a letter that he holds out to me. What is this about? Well, I guess you'll have to open it and find out, Princess. My blood turns to ice in my veins. He knows I'm the princess. That only means that he is. I have no idea what you're talking about. Excuse me. I'm about to leave when Varge suddenly grabs my wrist. The play is about a star princess. You have responsibility as the main character to perform impeccably until the very end. That doesn't seem like Fritz. What have you done to Fritz? Otherwise, well... He grins at me in the same wolfish smile that he flashed at me during the ball. You might miss out on your fairy tale ending. What? That doesn't seem like Fritz. I thought Fritz was acting, but I'm so bothered by this. Maybe Sir Mithras cursed Fritz, and that's why Fritz is acting like this? I don't know. Before I can say anything else, I feel a hand grip my other arm. Someone tucks me back away from Varge, then comes to steady in front of me. Stay away from her. Hey, Rod! Rod! Varge looks at Rod, then at me, his smile growing more crooked. What an interesting turn of events. I wonder how this will end for the both of you. Tell me, Scar, what is he to you? No answer, Be in denial all you want. At the end of the day, you're going to have to decide who and what you will choose. Who and what to choose? Silence. You're harassing one of our staff members. Of course. I apologize for my rude behavior, Your Highness. You seem to know a lot about us. Are you a... lower my voice. Are you a witch? You're asking the wrong person, Princess. He knows who you really are? I think you two are worrying too much about me. After all, I'm just a pawn in this game. Varge dips into ugly and bad and flashes one last smile before walking away. Are you alright? I am. Thank you for helping me. You know I'd do anything for you. Oh, wow. What? What? Ron shakes his head before stepping away. Anything? For me? Rod coughs, put me from the thought. It is possible that he is a witch, or that he is working with other witches. We have no evidence to prove it. Until we figure out what's going on, you need to be wary of him. Yeah, you think... no duh. I know. He's smiling, why? Ross smiles at me gently. The look makes my heart thump once painfully in my chest. Stop staring at me like that. You're making me feel like this. Ra looks away, his cheeks tinged red. I feel my own cheeks warm at the sight. I wasn't staring at all. Both of you are hopeless. Thank you, Seppi. Shut up, Seppi! I guess we will last look before finally turning and walking away. I place my hand over my chest, where I can still hear my thudding heartbeat. This feeling. If it is what I think it is, then I have no right to feel that way about him. He is my stepbrother. I shake my head to clear the thought, then glance down at the letter that Varch just delivered to me. There's only one sentence written on it. Come to the throne room alone tonight. Well, that ain't suspicious then. The wedding. Ah, no! The throne room is empty when I arrive. I can only hope this is not some sort of trap. Soon after, the door squeaks open, a familiar face enters the room. Sir Mithros. Sir Mithros walks towards me. When he's close and he drops to one knee and bows. I frown as I take a step back from him. My princess, do not be alarmed. I know of your true identity. Sir Mithros flashes me a wide smile that causes me to shudder to run down my spine. You know who I am. Then that means that you are. Taking a step back and the blood drains from my face. Sir Mithros' smile only widens at my reaction. I'll say for you, yes, I am a witch. If you're a witch, then Sir Alcester is a mere human, a fool one. And Varge? Nothing but my personal errand boy. Thus suddenly occurs to me. If Sir Alcester was plotting against the kingdom, then did Sir Mithros also punish Fritz somehow? What about Fritz? Was he part of Sir Alcester's plans? Ah, the knight. To avoid confusion, let us say that the situation surrounding him is too complicated to adequately explain. I command you to answer my question, Sir Mithros. Was Fritz a part of this? If it makes you feel better, he refused to be a part of this. He refused? Does that mean that he was not part of the plans, or just that he was unwillingly forced to participate in them? I am certain that Sir Alcester would not be happy that his own son was disobeying him. He's either forced him to help or assign him outside of the palace. But if Fritz knew of Sir Alcester's plans, why did he not warn anyone about them? Was he working with Sir Mithros as well? More questions roll in my head, but none of them have answers. When this is over, I will personally ask Fritz about this, once I can locate him. I shake the thought away and bring my attention back to Sir Mithros. Why bother with this reveal? What do you hope to gain from it? Before we start a conversation, Sir Mithros waved his hand, conjuring a faint green glow that envelops the whole room. Just in case someone decides to eavesdrop, I wouldn't want any of you witch friends listening on us. Yes, I am aware that one of them has been snooping around the palace these past few months. Their snooping has made it more difficult to move around without exposing myself. Sir Mithros clicks his tongue in annoyance. Such a nuisance. He's referring to Delora. She and Parfait warned me before that there would be a witch in the palace, and Sir Mithros was truly that witch. I never really trusted in him, not even when I was princess. Not that he has revealed himself as a witch. I need to know what he plans on doing. You knew that I was a princess this entire time, yet you never offered me any assistance. If I had, Alcester would have targeted you as well. What? Alcester wanted to dispose of the royal family. If he had known you were the princess, he would have been after you too. It would have been easier with no one remembering you as the princess. He remembers me, though. But unfortunately, Fritz told his father about you, thinking that Alcester might be able to help him protect you. And it didn't help that Varge confirmed it. Your mother wouldn't have been happy with me if I put you in harm's way. That's why I had to pretend to not know you in order to protect you. Sir Mithros is silent for a few moments before he speaks again. Revealing myself to be a witch was necessary. I had to make myself appear useful to Alcester somehow after all. Then, of course, I learned of his foolish plans to steal the crown and decided to thwart them, though not before I stole something from Alcester first. I played him like a fool that he was. I told him I would aid him with my magic so long as he gives me the knight's protection. Using magic is almost impossible in this place, so having the knights to back me up was crucial. The knights? What does he need the knight's protection for? What are his plans? Sir Mythos starts pacing the room, his expression still calm. I found that he planned to dispose of me after he obtained what he needed, so I disposed of him first. Adcaster might have been able to convince most of the knights to aid him by promising promotions, but, well, my magic is far more convincing. Sir Mythos stops in front of me, his deadpan expression transforming into a smile. For now, let us desist speaking of my plans. The minute Adcaster's plans were thwarted, I knew I had to contact you directly. I'm happy to see you in the palace, Your Highness. Although, we really need to get you out of those clothes soon. A maid's clothing does not befit a princess like herself. That does not matter. My priority right now is to break my curse. Of course, they must truly have been frightened to feel the need to curse you. I felt uncomfortable tug in my heart. To think that Lucius Barry would actually allow a witch to curse you. Sir Mythos shakes his head, disgust written on his features. When he suddenly disappeared that day, it was as if all traces of your existence had vanished. I searched for you endlessly, Princess. When you first appeared here in the palace, I did not recognize you immediately, but I felt a touch of magic in you and investigated. My curiosity and what prompted me to investigate you further. When I had tried hard enough, I found that I could see through the glamour that had been cast on you. So Sir Mythos truly was the witch Parfait was referring to when she mentioned someone seeing through the glamour. Imagine my surprise when I found out that it was actually you. That fairy barrier must have been nothing but a nuisance to us witches. First she betrayed your mother, and then she betrayed you before she had even met you. But my mother, she was a Tembaran barrier corrupted by darkness. Parfait only did what she had to. Sir Mythos looked at me, clearly surprised. What lies have those people whispered in your ear? Everything the Queen did, she did it for us witches, to protect us from the wicked humans who destroyed our kind. It's clear to me where Sir Mythos' alliances lie. Sir Mythos sighs, runs a hand through his hair, and then continues speaking. On your 18th birthday, you will follow her footsteps. You will make this kingdom a place for all witches to prosper. I am nothing like her. I refuse to make people suffer to fuel the crystal. I never bore witness to the suffering the people had to go through during my mother's reign. The stories are enough to reveal her true nature to me. It was hard enough to believe at first, but those people who did not have any reason to lie to a servant like myself have nothing to gain from it. I finally understand why the hatred people have for me remains so deep, even when I did nothing to them. It's because I was the witch's daughter, an actual witch. Your mother wouldn't be happy to hear you say that. Let me assure you that this is not a destiny you are to run from, dear princess. I will not let destiny take control of my life. I am feigning tiredness by releasing a long yawn. I'm sorry for cutting you short, Sir Mythos, but please excuse me. I am getting tired. Which is true, I am tired. I am about to walk past Sir Mythos when he starts to speak again, his voice a low whisper. I notice I've gotten closer to the family so despised before, the prince included, and narrow my eyes at him. You care about him, don't you? I must confess that this surprises me, Princess. Such a relationship could certainly be a scandal. Even if you two are not blood related, he is still your stepbrother. Whatever will your dear father say about this? I clench my fists. He has no right to lecture me. I already know what these feelings are wrong. I know that I cannot have them. I assure you that there is nothing between the both of us. Oh, is that so? What else lies you utter just to convince yourself? This man is beginning to try my patience. Allow me to share a little secret with you, Princess. I am not interested. I head for the door and reach for the knob. Oh, I think it's something you would be most curious about. I do, after all, know the consequences of the prince failing to break his curse. I also happen to know that someone special to him is getting married tomorrow. You little... My hands freeze. How do I know about all of this? I know all the happenings around this palace. I know all the happenings around this place. This is my job, Princess. Now tell me, do you know the ending to the fairy tale, The Little Mermaid? My blood ran cold when I remember what Milligan told me about that fairy tale. If the prince falls in love and marries someone else, the little mermaid's heart would break and she would dissolve into sea foam. I conduct my own investigation and actually met the witch who bestowed the curse on the prince. In meeting her, wait. I found out everything that there is to know about it. I turned to regard Mythos with a frown. Ah, it seems I have finally gotten your attention. What did you plan on doing to Rod? Sir Mythos shrugs. To him, nothing really. I was merely curious. I want to know what you saw in him. What do you know about his curse? It stays true to the fairy tale. Only in his case, the prince gives up his voice for a title. Still, it will end the same way. The girl will follow someone else despite his sacrifice. You mean, on his beloved's wedding day, the prince will die. I had thought you might have reached the same conclusion. Tragic, don't you think? I had the same thought, but is Rod truly going to die? So the reason Rod gave up breaking his curse was he knew that Veruca would never love him back. He knew that he was going to die the moment Veruca married. Dread begins to wash over me. Why not ask him yourself? As if orchestrated by magic, the double doors open. Rod steps inside. When he sees me, his expression relaxes. I've been looking all over for you. I want to speak with you about my discussion with Lady Parfait. I turn around to face Sir Mythos once again, but to my surprise, he's already gone. When did Sir Mythos leave? Scarlet, is something wrong? Was Sir Mythos really speaking the truth? Oh no! I can't even stop. This music is... Is this how you really want things to end? What are you talking about? Have you even thought about what your family will feel after they find out that you lied about your curse? Are you going to die when Veruca gets married tomorrow? Am I right? That is why you told me there is nothing I can do to help you break your curse. Because there's really nothing you can do to help me. Veruca will never return my love. I already accepted my fate a long time ago. Lady Parfait was the one who insisted I find another way to break my curse. Because she refuses to give up on you, and I will not give up on you either. I've been aware of another way to break my curse from the beginning, but I would rather die than do what it is I need to do. Do what? Have you not read? Rod's voice trails off when he sees my confused expression. He clears his throat. Forget it. There's nothing more you can do. Oh, kill Veruca! That's the other ending of the actual fairy tale. Oh no! There's nothing more you can do. The reason I never told anyone the truth of my curse is because I never wanted anyone to blame themselves for not being able to help me. I was already a lost cause when Veruca really fell in love with someone else. I could never take that happiness away from her. Rod becomes silent, his gaze downcast. The vulnerable expression catching me by surprise. You should have told me about your curse a long time ago. How many times must I repeat myself? Telling you about my curse won't change the outcome. I could have tried to help you. Why are you insisting on helping me? Because I care about you. Frick. What are you saying? That I'm worried about you on Mother's behalf. Oh my god, we're lying now. Of course, but I do not want to think that I let you die. Rod lets out a deep sigh. Just stop talking. You're in no position to tell me what to do. Scarlet, is that a warning in his voice? Now you better let me help you or... Oh my... My words are cut off when Rod presses his lips to mine. It's only a brief kiss, and when he pulls away, his usual slobberness has returned. I told you to stop talking. I can only stare back at him, baffled. Rod, you do realize that you just kissed a princess? Rod looks so steady that his face colors once more. He takes a step back, his lips pressed together. I'm sorry. At another warning, Rod turns abruptly and stalks out of the room. Sylvie falls from his shoulders and falls to the ground, but Rod does not notice in his hurry to leave. I stare after him in shock. I can't believe he just ran away. I walk to where Sebby is and kneel down to pick him up. Are you alright? I'm fine, thank you, princess. Sebby tilts his head to the side. That Rod, I wonder when he'll start acting like a man. Slowly kissing a girl like that is so unromantic. I think about the warmth of Rod's lips pressing against mine and flesh again. Rod may not say much, but he has a lot going on in his head. Thoughts he doesn't ever want anyone to know. I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I know he really does care about you, princess. He's just a little standoffish and has a difficult time showing his emotions. He's sensitive like that. Take it from me, I'm always in his head. I care about him too, but I'll become my feelings once I break my curse. I will return to being his stepsister when it's all over. No, there is not much time to mull over such thoughts. I'm sorry for asking this of you, princess, but can you return me to Rod? The boy is useless without me. The exasperation of Sebby's voice makes me smile. Sebby acts like Rod's older sibling. Of course. When Rod does not open the door, I knock again. Rod's eye opens when he sees me. His face flushes a dark crimson. I'm here to return Sebby. Rod nods before slowly taking Sebby from my hands. Thank you. Be careful not to draw me again next time. There's a hint of smile on Rod's face as he taps Sebby's face. Sorry. He looks so much more at ease when he smiles. I know! He faces me again with an apologetic expression. Scarlet, I'm really sorry for what I did earlier. You don't have to apologize. I know you didn't intend to do that in the first place. The truth is, He trails off, then he averts his eyes slowly to the floor. Suffices to say, I'm not supposed to feel this way about you. What exactly are you feeling? His frog flushes deep red before turning away. Don't ask me such an embarrassing question. The hovering silence becomes more pronounced as we both stop talking. You say you want to talk to me about something disgustingly parfait. Yes. I meant to tell you that Laura will be here tomorrow to investigate. Now that we know Sir Ahaha is not the witch, we have to start our investigation over. Actually, about that, I know who the witch is. You do? It's Sir Mithros. He's the real witch. Sir Mithros? So when Sir Ahaha was throwing around accusations last night, they were true. Sir Mithros is also already aware that Delora has been investigating the palace. We need to warn her. Then I'll send Lady Parfit a quick message. We need to keep our guard around him too, especially you. I'm sure he already knows that you're the crown princess. I know him once. For now, we shall wait for Delora to show up tomorrow. But it's getting late. You should go and get some rest. The moment he says the words, I realize that he's correct. My eyelids are heavy, and you can tell my voice is getting really quiet, because I'm really tired. You're right, I think I should take my leave. Good night, Scarlet. You're smiling at me. Good night, Rod. Once after Rod closed the door, I hear a familiar voice whispering in my ear. Ah, I see. I'm jumping in surprise, stare at him with wide eyes. Sir Mithros is leaning casually against one of the pedestals. So this is where the prince disappears every now and then. I had no reason to care before, but now I see it. If my guess is correct, he's also in league with the Lucius bearer. When I didn't answer, Mr. Mithros smiles and shrugs. Well, it does not matter. I glance around us and notice the green shield from earlier. Once again, no one will hear this conversation. Now that the prince has confirmed your doubts, what will your next course of action be? You want to help him break his curse, yes? Well, I may have given up on breaking his curse, but I refuse to do nothing. No, we're not going to kill Veronica, though. From the way Sir Mithras is taunting me, he must know of some other way to break his curse. I will not be happy about this, but I need to use whatever means necessary to save him. Do you know how to break his curse, Sir Mithras? Well, I assume that you have not read the full fairy tale if you do not know. Yes, princess, I know. Tell me. Mithras cocks an eyebrow and waves his finger at me. Do you not realize by now how witches work, princess? I propose a deal. I will help you, but you must help me with something in return. Help you if you're planning on betraying the king. I have no plans on taking the crown or harming any member of the royal family. What is it that you want from me? I prefer keeping you in suspense. I do enjoy surprises. You'll find out the day after tomorrow. That is your 18th birthday. I look at him perplexed. What does that have to do with on my birthday? Don't worry, Your Highness. What I request for will also make for a pleasant gift. What do you say? I bit my lower lip as I consider. I am worried about Sir Mithras' request, but I no longer have time. Veroca's marriage is tomorrow, so Mithras has the upper hand. I understand. Good. Now remember, it's dear Scarlet. Witches are bound to their oaths. In order for the prince to regain his voice in life, something must be taken by force, just like in the fairy tale. What does it mean by that? Tell me what I must do. Oh, I did forget to mention this, but it's not you who must act, but the prince. What? If Rod could help himself, he would have done so. But trust me, Princess. You will have my aid, and I'll make sure that the prince's curse is broken. No! No! I can't end this, because it's... Today's Veroca's wedding day, and also the day Rod is destined to die. Sir Mithras explains his plan briefly last night. He told me that he would have a valuable item delivered to Rod that he would need to use to break his curse. He then explains that something he would need to use after the wedding. I tried to question further, but I disappeared before I could, saying that he needs to start his preparations. I do not completely trust him, but I'm running out of time and have no choice right now. The royal family has left the palace to attend Veroca's wedding. It is unusual for the king to attend another noble's wedding, but Veroca is an exception given she is one of Ron's and American's best friends. Oh, sorry guys. That's why. And I can't. Sorry guys, I need a break. Despite Sir Mithras' reassurance, I am still restless. Sir Mithras told me about everything would be alright, that Rod would not instantly die the moment Veroca got married. Why must he involve be reserved for a time after the wedding? Why does he not act now? Someone looks like they're in a bad mood. Dolores suddenly stands before me smirking. Her appearance shocks me so badly I nearly drop the dishes in my hands. What impeccable timing. You've heard from the prince about Mithras. No wonder I was iffy about that man. I should have realized he was the witch. Do you know him? Yes, I do. Dolores walks closer and places both of her hands on my shoulders. Listen, princess, I'm warning you. Stay away from Mithras. Do you understand? The man is a sly devil. He cannot be trusted. I take a deep breath to still my rapidly beating heart. I already made a deal. I hope I will not regret asking for his help. Princess, I need you to promise me that you'll stay away from Mithras. Yes, of course. Good. For the time being, I will resume my investigation. If I'm lucky, I'll find out what Mithras hopes to accomplish. Actually, he's not in the palace right now. He went with the royal family to attend a wedding. A wedding, huh? How unusual. Can only assume he must be there at the wedding to help Rod. Well then, better make use of his absence while I can. I'll see you later, princess. I'm scared, you guys. I'm really scared. When I am left to my own thoughts, my mind returns to the issue of Rod's curse. Sir Mithras mentions a similarity with fairy tale, which means I may have a chance of finding out more. I decide to go to the library when I have the time to pick up the book. I'm on my way back from the course with Pookie, and when I see Rod walking towards from the other side, his eyes are fixed on a numb. He does not notice him approaching. I cannot speak. Wow. Rod? He's still alive. Does that mean Sir Mithras has succeeded? Oh, it's just you. Rod's still voice comes from Seppi. The realization instills deep fear inside me. He's still cursed. How much time does he have left? Much to my surprise, Rod actually smiles at me. His slightest force, however, and does not reach his eyes. He looks crestfallen.